What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna try Watch Dogs again, but this time at 1440p. I'm curious if we can get like closer to 100% utilization on that GPU. We sure weren't getting there anywhere close. I mean, we're getting up to 80% now at some points, but that's about it. I don't think it ever even hit 90s. Maybe it did for like a split second, but I don't remember that happening. So we might even be able to play it on Ultra still, but there were a couple spots that I got to where we were dropping down to like 64. So that might not be possible on here, but even if not, we'll play it on Ultra for a little bit, and then I'll go fiddle with the settings, and probably just enough dropping it down to high would probably be enough to just, you know, get rid of that nonsense, but we'll see when we get in there. Let's not waste any more time and hop right in. Well, 1 second. We have to waste a little more time. I cannot use OBS in this game. I was hoping it was just my mini PC being a pill for some reason, but no, it seems like OBS just doesn't want to read this game, so I can't get you guys any screen recorded gameplay, which sucks. I liked doing that for you guys. It made the videos look so much more professional. I mean, it sucked that it ate up a little FPS, but people seem to like that a lot more, so I apologize in advance for the just camera recorded gameplay. But gotta do what you gotta do to get the footage. I'd rather be able to show you guys how it runs one way or another. And sometimes I have to just go to camera, but at least I can do that instead of, you know, pointing a not high quality camera that doesn't look good on there. And now that we got rid of that banding and all that other crap, seems like we don't even have flickering from keyboards or screens much anymore either. I can see a smidgen of it on the Steam Deck, but it's not those damn bands going across like my old camera. So I don't know what's going on with this one, but I like this GH7 a lot better already, just for those things alone. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up and let's get into the game. Alright, so here's the settings we're gonna try. We're gonna try it out Ultra, textures, 1440, full screen, no VSync. I'm leaving that on MSA 2X, which usually gets rid of the jaggies the best. I mean, unless you can put on that NVIDIA DLAA. That's badass. But anyway, and then we got this still on Ultra, except for these two things are off, so that's why it says custom. But yeah, besides that, that is it. So we can go hop ourselves into the game. Alright, here we are in the game. And funny enough, it seems to be acting and getting very similar FPS to what it was getting before. Not quite as many. We were getting up to like 127, 137 at 1080p, but it still has those little stutters every now and again. But still sitting at right around 100 FPS, and that's what I'd like. At least we're getting into the 90% utilizations, 98 there, but there's still spots where it's not 100%, which means we're still CPU bottlenecked a little bit. But I don't want to jinx myself yet, but it sure seems like it's a hell of a lot smoother in the frame time department. I mean, it still has tiny little ones like that, but we were getting way bigger ones than that around here before. Maybe those were just caused by the CPU bottleneck. But let's walk around everywhere like we did before we sit there and make those claims. It could be just as stuttery in other spots, maybe. And then I'll look awfully stupid for making that claim. But I'm sure hopeful it'll be nice. An ATM. It seems like he's still suffering from the fluttering cape syndrome. That's got to be because the physics are linked to FPS or something. Some games break stuff like that as soon as you go over 60 FPS, but I'd still rather have this smoothness rather than have it limited to 60, but that's just me. The beauty is you can lock it to whatever you want. If you want it to be 30 FPS, you can make it 30 FPS. I wouldn't do that, but hey. Alright, well I guess it's not always the same. That lady's not there looking at pants in this video. A couple videos, there's just been this lady very, very attentively looking at those pants. But probably was deciding what pair to buy. I mean, you go and buy the wrong ones, and then be like, shit, I should have bought those other ones. And then you go back, oh, damn it, now they're gone. You know? So fuck that. I guess it pays to just be, you know, very frugal with your purchasing options, you know? Then you don't have to make trips back and get disappointed.
Hey, asshole!
Hey, you know how my game is, man. I'm talk to anybody.
Oh yeah.
Especially.
We all know he's got mad game. Alright. Let's keep on running down the way here. Hey, it's a taco truck. Put a little sombrero on the roof. Well, that's fun.
Looking for some fun?
No, not particularly.
No sabe administrar nada. Salta.
Well, at least the GPU is using much higher clocks this time around, so... like I thought, I don't think it was throttling or anything in 1080p. It was just two CPU bottlenecks to, you know, work at anything higher than that. So it's like, alright, well, I'm not going to use more than I can for no reason and just waste power, especially on a laptop. They don't seem to care, since they're plugged in and thin. Why have extra heat when you don't need it, right? And on this one, at least we can see where our CPU is just pegged at 96. I think at 1080p we're like sometimes not at 96, like at like 92 or 89. Some spots still are at 95, 96, but it wasn't always. Not gonna lie, it stopped every single part of my being made me want to just shoot that guy who seemed to spit at me. Maybe he was just spitting on the ground, but it sure seemed like he spit at me. But if I shoot people, then I'll get in trouble, and then I won't be able to go to my stupid, whatchamacallit, hideout. But right now, I don't care. I'll just reload the save. What does it matter? Oh, there's another little teeny tiny little stutter. But no, this is definitely smoother than it was at 1080p. I mean, we're getting one every once in a while versus, like, pretty much every single block, like, almost non-stop. There was, like, a tiny little one, you know? Not too many giant ones, but towards the beginning there was, that looks like almost an RX 7.
No es de confiar. Ahora todo debería ir. Nos sentamos, ahora todo debería ir bien. Nos sentamos, hablamos a fondo.
I don't know any other languages, so I don't know what he's saying, unfortunately. Well, it looks like that way is just getting way away from anything civilized, so let's go back this way, never mind. That must be like, oh no, stadium. I was gonna say that looks like a city hall, but apparently it's a stadium. Well, seems like we're not at 96 here. So I guess it's maybe the same here. I guess when I looked down, I just assumed it was going to be at 96 the whole time. And when we get into these environments, the CPU and GPU fight over wattage, so sometimes it'll be at like 4.4 gigahertz, but sometimes it'll go up to like, down to like 3.8. But I'll still take that over being stuck at like 3.2 because it's like basically throttling itself because it's getting up to 98 degrees. I'll take 96, that was what I was getting before, but...
Can you hurry, please?
Ice cream. Looks like there's a flag around.
Down on dead set.
Douchebag. Ah, jeez.
teach you. You can do all sorts of cool shit with this phone. You can hack people, hack lights, set off car alarms, see their identities. It's badass, I tell you.
Era muy necesario. Y un favor.
Live music. Yeah, 1440p maxed out. This game doesn't even look that awful bad. It doesn't look super great by today's standards, but it doesn't look bad at all. Anyway, that's been about 10 minutes, so why don't we go wrap this video on up?
Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Watch Dogs at 1440p on the Asus G15 Advantage, and that's a wrap for the game altogether. And it seemed to do a much better job at 1440. It didn't get quite as high FPS, but it got more consistent and didn't have as many stutters either. There were still tiny itty bitty ones every once in a while, but at least in this particular area, it seemed to be pretty damn butter smooth most of the time. So I would say it was completely playable on Ultra, but it's an older game, so I was kind of expecting it to be. I don't know what system it was for, if it was like an Xbox 360 game or a PS4 kind of game or what, but all I know is we were able to play it maxed out at 1080p and 1440p. So works for me. I always like being able to do that if I can, but I'm not sacrificing FPS just to have everything turned up. That's just not what I like doing. So if I'm on my 4090 PC, for example, and I can't quite get 60, I'll suck it up and use some DLSS at, you know, quality or balanced. I don't really like going any farther than that. I can usually tell with performance that something is going on, but balanced and quality, I mean, if I get a magnifying glass out and don't play the game and just sit there with like a magnifying glass in real life and a magnifier in game, I could be like, all right, yep, that flower doesn't quite look as good with DLSS. You know, if I do that, maybe I could tell a difference, but who does that while they're playing a game? I sure don't. But in any case, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.